Southern Oregon and Northern California are off to an unusually dry winter, with some parts of our region seeing 2 inches less precipitation. Thanks for joining us for NewsWatch 12 at 5. I'm Samantha Cadera. Now we'll check in with our storm alert weather team in just a moment, but first NewsWatch 12's Danny Stepanovich spoke with one local winery who says the impacts could stretch beyond the vineyards.
I am concerned about the lack of water in our reservoirs. It's going to have a big impact on not only the farming side of it, but the economy come summertime.
He says with a prolonged dry season, he's scared that means we're in for an early fire season.
What's going to happen to the economy in Southern Oregon come July and August? We've had these in the past. People escape the valley and they don't come here. We're not seeing tourism from outside the area come to Southern Oregon. They're headed to the coast. They're headed elsewhere where the air is clean.
Low reservoirs mean limited irrigation sources for farmers.
When those reservoirs don't fill up, we don't have the water, right?
And when water runs short and temperatures stay high, that adds stress to crops.
If the days are hotter and drier and they don't get enough water, then the tree is under stress. Its defense mechanism is compromised. So that defense mechanism is compromised and the pathogens that are out there takes the advantage of the stressed trees,
leaving grapes more vulnerable as we enter the hottest months. But for now, Day is staying optimistic.
No, I still have my hopes up. We're only early February. There are many years where we get a lot of snow in February and March.
As they brace for what could be a long, drier summer. In Medford, Danny Stepanovich.
Much needed rain is on the way, though, so let's check in with Storm Alert Weather 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. What can we expect going into the weekend?
Well, finally, we will be getting some rain and even a bit of mountain snow, and some of those rain totals look pretty beneficial for much of the region. Some heavy rain expected at times west of the Cascades later this weekend, especially Saturday night into Sunday. But today, another day to enjoy fairly warm and above average temperatures. We've seen clouds increasing along the coast. Beautiful sunset, though, shaping up in Gold Beach. We did see yesterday, in case you missed it, this week's update to the drought monitor, more expansive, abnormally dry conditions in Southern Oregon along and west of the Cascades, and moderate drought just north of Grants Pass. So this rain is definitely much appreciated, and we'll see fairly beneficial amounts throughout Southern Oregon and Northern California. But for snow lovers, it's going to take a while for the snow levels to drop. This is our storm system for the weekend. We're going to continue to see clouds increasing tonight into tomorrow. Definitely not a washout for your Saturday, but Sunday will be the wetter of the 2 days this weekend, especially Sunday morning for a good chunk of Southern Oregon and Northern California. Temperatures this hour, 62 degrees in Medford, 63 in Ashland. It's 58 in Mount Shasta, as well as Klamath Falls. In Klamath Falls, we tied our record high today, hitting 61 degrees last set back in 1963. But there is a cool down coming with the precipitation this weekend. Tonight should stay dry, 35 degrees in Medford for an overnight low, down to 31 in Wairika. Some patchy fog in the Grants Pass area again. And then tomorrow, clouds increase. Coastal rain is going to be likely on your Saturday. Some showers will try to work inland into Jackson and Josephine County. But again, not a washout for most of the region. Up to 58 tomorrow for a high in Medford and Grants Pass, up to 60 in Wairika, and 55 degrees in Klamath Falls. This storm system has an atmospheric river associated with it. The tropical moisture, that's those brighter greens. All of that going to be directed up into Southern Oregon and Northern California, and that means some good rain for the region. We'll talk exact amounts. We'll talk snowfall as well for our higher elevations, and we'll take a peek into next week, all coming up in just a bit. Sam.
Matt, thank you. A Jackson County judge just sentenced a 33-year-old man to nearly 17 years in prison for kidnapping and assaulting a woman in 2023. Joseph Ladu Jr. was convicted of kidnapping and assault after forcing his girlfriend at the time to remain in his apartment for several days. This incident occurred just a month after Ladu was charged with strangulation against the same victim. The judge imposed a 200-month sentence followed by 3 years of post-prison supervision. And late last night, a structure fire was reported on the 5700 block of Table Rock Road in Central Point after an outdoor shed caught fire and was fully involved. A neighbor sent us the pictures and videos on your screen, and Jackson County Fire District 3 was on scene. The fire was contained and did not spread to any other structures. Rural Metro firefighters spent time at the Schroeder boat ramp today, practicing how to pull water from the Rogue River. Rural Metro says they routinely train at spots like this because of the lack of hydrants across the Mid-Rogue River Fire District. Crews use suction hoses to draw water from the river, then fill mobile water tenders so they can bring water to fires throughout the district. Ashland Fire and Rescue says all its ambulances will soon have new kaleidoscope video and laryngoscopes. These advanced devices help paramedics manage patient airways faster and more safely during medical emergencies. Crews are finishing training now, and Ashland Fire and Rescue plans to put the kaleidoscopes equipment into service soon. And the U.S. Forest Service says a 26-acre prescribed burn in the Siskiyou Mountains west of Star Ranger is now complete, part of ongoing efforts to reduce wildfire risk before fire season ramps up. The low-intensity fire was used to clear brush and debris from the forest floor and reduce fuel buildup while conditions are still favorable. Forest officials say some smoke could linger in the area for the next few days as heavier materials continue to burn. Crews will remain on site monitoring the area, and drivers are asked to use caution if traveling nearby. February is Career Technical Education Month, and several schools across our region are working to bring students hands-on experience in a variety of industries. At Grants Pass High School, students are getting a head start in dental assisting, earning college credit, industry certification, and more than 300 hours of work experience before graduation. This program, in partnership with Rogue Community College, helps students explore career options and enter the workforce after graduation. And as career technical jobs expand across the state, Rogue Community College is working to meet the demand in the Rogue Valley. NewsWatch 12's Grace Ritz looked into RCC's diesel and automotive technology programs, where they're expanding across multiple campuses.
At the RCC Table Rock campus, where if you look just behind me, past this building off into the distance, you're looking at what will become the new diesel technology building that RCC is planning on expanding.
Expanding our facilities allows us to meet the needs of the community and then blend the programs in a way that industry is asking for and will make the students more versatile in their employment prospects.
The diesel technologies and automotive programs at RCC have operated for decades, each offering a wide range of expertise. But with a rapidly growing workforce demand, the college knew it was time to upgrade.
Be able to increase our capacity by about 50% for students, which will bring us from 150 students a year being served to approximately 225. And we know that that's important because our current workforce demand is 30 people a month getting hired into the automotive and diesel industries.
State funding for community colleges gave RCC the resources to move forward with the project at the Grants Pass campus. But after taking a closer look, the team decided to expand it both.
Half of our students that are in the automotive program alone are traveling to Grants Pass, but they live in Jackson County. There's a huge demand down here for automotive. On the flip side of that coin, diesel was only offered down here, so we wanted to make sure that we had a diesel offering in the Grants Pass area as well. So we expanded from Josephine County to also Jackson County.
With this expansion, automotive and diesel technologies are in the same space, so students can learn both and have a better understanding before entering the workforce. The school acquired 10 acres of land directly across from the Table Rock campus with the state funding. But now, with increased costs across the country, RCC is trying to find more funding.
We need to say, where do we pick up on these deficiencies? And because of that, we do look to our community partners and additional funding sources to try to get additional monies to make sure that we have facilities, equipment, and all the things that are needed.
The building is set to be done and holding classes in fall of 2027. Reporting in Jackson County, I'm Grace Ritz.
The construction of the Element Hotel in downtown Medford is underway, with the last piece of slab concrete being poured. Outlier Construction says now that framing and utility work have begun, the building will start coming together fast.
See the grates in the street because we're doing some utility tie-in work there for the building, getting that all to the site. We've poured our last piece of the building slab. You can see we're framing on the first floor and now second floor on that one wing part of the building. You're going to see it transform over the next month pretty rapidly here.
Outlier says there will be 135 rooms, an outdoor pool and spa, and a bar and restaurant inside for hotel guests. The hotel is set to be completed by spring of 2027. Oregon Health Authority is awarding $4 million to behavioral health organizations across the state, including La Clinica. La Clinica is one of 26 organizations receiving awards, with their grant reaching nearly $220,000. The funding will support the retention and recruitment of health providers, assisting with tuition, loan forgiveness, and stipends. OHA says they hope the investment will increase access to care while creating a pathway to better paying jobs. With Super Bowl watch parties expected across the country this Sunday, Rogue Recovery is offering a substance-free opportunity for those in recovery. This potluck-style watch party is free to attend with a raffle, food, games, and prizes. It's a welcoming and sober space, and guests are invited to bring a dish to share. You can RSVP through Rogue Recovery's front desk. Looking ahead, grabbing your morning coffee could help feed families here at home. Dutch Bros Dutch Love Day is set for Friday, February 13th. For every drink sold, $1 will be donated to Access, helping provide up to 3 meals for people in need. The event raised nearly $15,000 from the Jackson County Dutch Bros last year.